Hello everybody, Agion here, another Grey Goo Replay. Spawn on the left side. As the human player, we have Parture, like he plays anything else. And spawn on the right side as Szalami1. I think I said it right this time. I really need to go on his channel and check how to properly pronounce his name. As the Shroud player, we have Szalami1. I already said that before. Whoops. Hello, hey, good luck, have fun. Yada yada. Looks like nothing too crazy at the moment. It looks like we got dual refinery opening. I'm guessing there's going to be a dual extractor since he hasn't built anything else just yet. We'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit. And in fact, that was actually going backwards. Didn't press far enough ahead. There's nothing really much to see. Just a standard opening refineries. Looks like the Mimic does come in for a scout. The Trident was here to deflect. In fact, the Trident has received no damage. Ooh, a forward extractor. Trying to help siphon off the resources up here. So it's going to be two extractors. Looks like there's not a war factory. He's not going to try to displace this anytime soon. Perhaps the Trident should start poking away at it. With 6 armor, it will take 500 shots. Probably cost some money to repair it, so he probably won't kill it, but at least he can do some little economic damage. Looks like I got a bit of a ring around the rosy here, or ring around the mesa. Or a rock. Pretty sure this is considered a mesa. Is it big enough to be considered a mesa, or is it just considered a giant rock? Mound? Hill? No, definitely not hill. Mountain? I'm going with mesa. 3 refineries. We do see a third extractor being deployed on the front line. Bit interesting. Playing extractor on the front line, but of course, once building, I don't think it gains armor or receives additional damage. One of the two. Oh no, apparently didn't receive any additional damage. He fired only a couple shots and only took out 4 HP. It looks like he was planning to build another extractor there and then sold it off. Looks like, or refinery. Looks like there's going to be a fourth refinery here, and 2 extractors on the front line. I'm also not exactly sure why people keep on doing this. Perhaps because the Mimic has to provide a vision to the area, and that's what vision he had at the time. So might as well don't stall on the time on placing down your extractors. We got another extractor. Looks like there's a 4th extractor for the Shroud player. Looks like looks like he's going to try to expand over this direction. Because he's going to play, if he places any more extractors over here, this field will get drained really fast. Looks like another extractor over here, so it looks like another mass eco build. Huge mass eco build. This is a bit more than he usually goes for. I usually think he tries to go for 4 or 5 extractors and go to a bunch of factories. Looks like he has built another extractor, so that'll be 5 in total. I only see 1 here. I only see 3 here. But he's at plus 48. That means he has to have 4 10s and an 8th. But I don't see on the map. Oh, wait. Here it is. It's a bit blended. It's trying to square symbol over a round hole. Clearly he needed... Again with the extractor next to his extractor is a bit ballsy. Perhaps we're going to see suicide extractors soon, or at least high explosive ones upon death. Both sides are just having economic war. Looks like we see our first war factory of the game. Also seeing a couple silos. I guess I can't really describe this game so far. There's now more factories, so it looks like there's going to be production now available. He may be able to see that through the vision of this one. Yes, he does see the 2 factories, so you must assume there's probably factories down the rest of the line. What else would it be? And looks like he's going to go build a couple amplifier spikes. Perhaps 2 plasmas, perhaps a plasma and a tether, and 1 amplifier for them. I cannot really say. But let's figure out how this unusual game's going to play out. There's a refinery that doesn't have any node or extractor to go along with it. Looks another amplifier, so perhaps 2 plasma? I'm guessing 2 plasma, because plasma spikes are has a very good AoE. not exactly a very good point target. We do see a tank, air, artillery, stealth. Looks like a one of each. Also, he has a silo, so he will have access to all available tech upgrades if he so chooses. Looks like we see a line of anti-heavy sentinels, which will help displace these. Oh wait, I think the anti-heavy sentinels went for engaging these amplifier spikes. Is this? I don't even know how to describe this game so far. Looks like we do got a plasma spike and with 3 amplifiers, so we'll have to increase damage and damage over time, even if the target leaves the flames. So that is a quite strong turret. Looks like he's getting out a bunch of revolvers. That's quite nice. These amplifier spikes have not been finished yet. This one has completed to a plasma spike. And the plasma spike, it does have nice AoE damage. In fact, it's doing quite a bit. But it is unamplified, so it's not that strong at the moment. He's trying to hit down these amplifier spikes over here. He has a plasma spike being built. Does not destroy any of the conduit wire, which is what he sort of really needs. Looks like we've got all 5 upgrades being researched for Parture. We're going to have extractors of additional armor and automatic self-repair. Monitors gain stealth. Air pads now. Ooh, it looks like it's going to see a bit of aircraft based play since he has air pads will repair over time. Longbow's going to target ground enemies, and we have the Gauss or railgun weapon for the Lancers. This extractor will definitely get killed. We are going to see the unstable extractor upgrade, so we will have powerful extractors. Looks like this one's only been 1. Wait, how does plasma spike only affected by 1? Oh wait, this is going to be another plasma spike, yeah. So 2 plasma spikes and 3 amplifiers. This extractor's trying to run away, but in actuality, since he ran away in this direction, it's going to have this one spotted, so he's going to need to reposition that one. We are going to see, looks like Zenith and 2 Crucibles. Let's see, against all these revolvers, I can see Klaxons being quite effective, or perhaps some, even Howlers with the AoE damage upgrade can be quite good. So once these gets built up, perhaps we could see a 3rd amplifier spike just so perhaps he have the option for the epic unit if he had a huge float of resources at one time. In fact, he has a huge float right now at plus 79 income. And he did displace all the extractors over here, so this refining areas can be quite hard to dislodge. There's 3 tethered plasma spikes, and perhaps you could turn this into a tether spike. He does destroy. Ooh, that upgrade just came in time, destroying all of those revolvers except for these handful. Now these extractors will explode at a force of 500 AoE damage across 200 radius. So these are very volatile extractors. I have seen a replay a long time ago where somebody just kept on running in these high explosive extractors and started obliterating their opponent's army. Got a small force. Here, this small force is definitely not enough to deal with the plasma spikes. I don't really know how much damage these plasma spikes do when tethered by 3 times, because it didn't really say how much the damage is increased. Looks like we got the Zenith. No, it looks like we got a couple. Ooh, the air transports. We also see a bunch of Klaxons, so I'm guessing he's going to do Klaxon drops, which can be quite effective, especially when you have 2 transports filled with Klaxons. That's a grand total of 10 Klaxons. They can be shot out at once. And plus they have huge AoE, good armor. They're quite a strong unit. Plus they have a charge. Looks like this one's going to go Jihad. Doing quite a bit of damage. Wait, did that explode twice? It seems strange. It didn't do the full 500 and it explodes twice. Maybe it does it over 2 explosions. Let's pay a bit more close attention if this one would go down, but it's currently repairing. It's going to take quite a bit of time. Great stalling tactic just to repair it over time, but of course it costs us resources. Looks like he's actually going to try to save this one. He does have actually quite a large harvesting operation over this sector. In fact, he's draining that field incredibly quickly. Oh, it looks like I missed that one. It did explode and kill that large group. This one could just be repaired and it's hardly taking any damage because it deals what? 6 shots? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 6 shots, each dealing 1 damage. Looks like we've got another group of reinforcements. And this area is just very well entrenched. Oh, jeez, he's going to drain this field in no time with all those extractors. He's also... Parture has expanded to the center field because he knows his opponent's not there. We do see a large fugue force of a couple Klaxons. I wonder where those transports went. Oh, here's a transport. Both of them filled, I'm assuming, Klaxons. I wonder, these guys do have an AoE damage. I wonder if it does. The damage is increased based on how many units are in there. Looks like I got some fugues, so currently in the bush, so perhaps you should keep them in the bush and not have them walk out into these line of fire. That fugue does get cleaned up, so does that one. They're being streamed in one at a time, so they're just being killed quite easily. A couple Klaxons do come in, but these railgun lancers should make short work of them. We do have Wallah Akbar. This is going to be interesting nonetheless. Oh, it would take 2 of them to obliterate our refineries, I'm assuming. He's trying to group them up. Now here we go. This is going to be bad. It's quite expensive also to do this. You may not want to shoot them. Oh, there goes his opponent's harvesting. Was that cost effective? Probably not. He did disrupt his entire opponent's refining operations. There's only one that's actually attached. He's going to build conduit wire, just get those ones powered back up. He needs a place extractor for this one. But was that cost effective? Probably not. Is it amazing to watch? Yes. Okay, that was what? 10? No, at least 15 extractors, wasn't that? That's a bit overkill. Looks like there is a large force here. I don't know where those air transports went. Looks like the air transports are still here. They haven't dropped. These plasma spikes should be able to rip apart this force. For the time being, it looks like the extractor is actually first being focused. He does go in there for a quick charge, but now the AoE damage is really going to start kicking in with the plasma spikes. They do get some nice bursts off and doing quite a cost-effective job for all these plasma spikes. A couple of the amplifier spikes have gone down. That plasma spike does go down. There's still one plasma spike left, but it's doing still a significant amount of damage. Almost, this small little group of buildings almost completely wiped up that army. And this area is just going to be, well, eventually going to be cleaned up. There's actually a bit of a cutoff force here. We do see a bit of force here, but I don't know where those air transports went. The air transports are still here, so they still haven't dropped in. With that many units to drop in, that won't be exactly the most ideal spot. Perhaps right here would. Just throwing this Klaxon just to slow down the army. Now he's going to get over here. Look, maybe they're on attack move, actually. Never mind. We've got some artillery in here doing some nice amount of damage. Looks like more extractors coming in. Looks like he's setting up a large harvesting area. Actually, no, he just moved all his extractors because this fuel is incredibly low. If May did run out and regenerate it a little bit. His air transport still hasn't fired yet, so maybe here would be a good idea. Perhaps attack ground. He's trying to put them over the high ground so they don't get hit by the AA. But it looks like he's actually going to head somewhere else. There's a bit of a force here. But there's a couple anti-heavy sentinels, so that's actually quite hard to dislodge at the moment. Fugues will get cleaned up. The transports... How's a fugue? And the transports are right here. You may be eyeing something over here. There's a couple of harvesters right here. The longbows did spot this and did get a couple shots off. He looks like he's going to fire now. And it doesn't look like the more shots it gets, it doesn't increase the damage. But this is a lot of Klaxons here, and they will rip apart this refining line. They will destroy 2 of the refineries. The third one should go down. Looks like, but since it's depowered, he's not going to focus on it. He's focusing on the one where the power is attached. There's still this one factory maintaining connection. It looks like he's going to head straight for the core, which will cut off everything for a very good amount of time. And with destroying all those buildings, this is a very powerful, more of a harassment, really. It's more of a harassment style. But everything's now depowered, and multiple refineries are down. In fact, only 3 are left. He's also trying to delay the core with whatever health he has left in his forces. But it doesn't look like he's going to get it. It's regenerating health too quickly, or the building health, I should say. We got a huge harvesting right here. Maybe another wave of suicide extractors. If not, might as well just let them harvest for a moment until he's ready. He does actually still have quite a bit of economy built up. He could go for a dirge, but he has a significant army already being built and already on the ground. Goofy. Yes. Very goofy. And this fugue will actually just gradually destroy these extractors. And the power line actually is connected through this factory, through the things. So these anti-heavy sentinels will come back any moment now. I think Szalami is German in origin. Don't quote me on that. But the human player is just absolutely crippled. Parture is just absolutely crippled. He's cleaning up the rest of his bunch of extractors now, and yeah, Szalami is just trying to harvest everything he can. He has 28 extract. No, he's on +8, so he's even more than 28 extractors. Oh, something blue. Wait, do building extractors explode with damage? That's actually a bit overpowered. Oh, it looks like that's the end of the replay also. No wonder nothing's firing. This is Agion saying thank you for watching and signing off.